Smells less like a capital and more like a sewer.
Even empires have need of sewers. The runoff from Arcades proper pools here. Those who lack papers to live in the city itself. The mighty who have fallen, and the fallen who would be mighty. Their eyes never leave Arcades.
I guess it must be a lot nicer than this place.
Oh, to be sure. Arcades reeks of a different filth. Let's be off. We can follow our noses to Draclo.
Nope. Too slow with that one. Yeah. Oh well. I have yet to get a good screenshot of everyone on screen at the same time. So I'm looking for that. This place is poor. At least that's how I take it to mean that they're poor. A Sikh there was, he sought to play Kupo Podi Podio. Said he, I'll take you far away, Kupo Podi Padye. A gourmet tour he promised us, Kupo Podi Podilly. But all we've had is curds and whey, Kupo Podi Pode. Alright. Okay. Alright, we're good. Okay, let's check out this way first. Gotta make sure we stack up on our knots of rest. Can never have too many of those. Entering the capital, have you credentials? Sure. I don't see any. Well, we can't just throw open gates to you vulgars, you know, especially not the lying kind. Away with you. Well, well, well. There's a sight for sore eyes. Didn't think I'd be seeing you again. Not here. Oh, wonderful. Enter the street ear. A pirate would do well to smile. Wouldn't want to sour his reputation. You know this guy? An old friend. He's a street ear, a peddler of rumor and hearsay, by the name of Jules. He'd bite a gill given him by his own mother, and shave it by half to pay her funeral. Yikes. Sometimes an ear with tight purse strings is the order of the day. I don't know if that's correct grammar. Anyway, like when a pirate decides he fancies going up in the world. To the city, you know a way. In Arcades, knowledge is power. And the power has a way of opening doors, boy. And now, a fool will buy a sack of feathers for his pillow, but a wise man, he'll buy a whole stinking cockatrice and get his fill of meat into the bargain. Yeah, whatever. Bright boy, you learn fast. I call this meeting to order. Tell me, boy, heard any rumors in town? Haven't heard much of anything, because I haven't talked to anyone. I need to hear before I talk. A boy would do well to see what his ears can pick up off the streets. Great, now I have to talk to people. Alright. We're not going to pay attention. We'll let the game figure it out. Oh, there he is. Alright, that's gonna do it. Going up in the world. Oh, witness the power of knowledge, my boy. See, it begins. Paisley's about to fight. I should know that the words of word Gil are uncountable. Here's some words for you. The prodigal Bunsnasa son come back to the Imperial Roost. Words of much value these. Ha! Basically, he's valuing the fact that he knows that Balthier's back in town over the opportunity to get some cash from off of On, basically. Because he's going to go tell somebody.
You're gaping like a fish out of water.
I'm just checking out the city. Even if it is the Empire.
You've changed, Vaughn. You were always marching to your own beat. Almost like you were impatient, even. In a good way.
Maybe it's because I've seen more now. Never imagined I'd ever come this far away from home. Hey, Lars is here in the city, isn't he? He's a tough one. I wonder how he's doing.
You always were a soft touch, Vaughn. You know what's amazing? I always thought I'd go my whole life without meeting people like the Princess or Lord Larsa. And here we are in the capital.
I know. It's a little over my head sometimes.
Good, Vaughn. You've come to understand the difficulties of serving royalty.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride.
That wasn't a complaint, was it, Bosch?
Right. Let's get moving.
Hey, don't change the subject.
Right.
How's my licenses looking? Alright, I did that before, so we're good. And we're off to go somewhere. Gotta find a way to sneak inside Dracula Laboratory. We go our separate ways here, Vaughn. I have some business to attend to. We meet again later. Hey! Balthier leaves the party, but he's still there. Okay, I guess we'll go this way. Is this a magic shop? Let's go! Chop master, help you with aught. Trade pine chops for sandalwood. What are pine and sandalwood chops? Here in Arcades, people spend their whole lives trying to get hands on pine chops, and if they're lucky, a chop of fine sandalwood. Gil, they're only good for the buying and selling of goods. You can have all the gil in the world and it won't buy you respect. Only chops of pine or chop of sandalwood will win you that. You see, the chops represent your contribution to the greater good of the Empire. Common citizens might come by pinewood chops enough during their daily lives, but it takes a soldier or some great deed to earn sandalwood. Okay. Sure, whatever you say, mate. Only those with 3 or more chops may ride this cab. A chop, what's that? If you lack a chop, you pay coin. That's 1,000,000 gil. Thank you. Wow, that's crazy. Having spotted trouble, are we? I have a message from Master Balthier. He's waiting in Central. He says to come quickly. On this, but we need a chop. What is a chop anyway? When a boy wants information, that's right. The boy, yeah, just pay him, whatever. Why, any upstanding citizen in the Empire carries a chop. It's a mark of status sometimes, a writ of transit others. If you're aiming to go to Central, where the gentry live, I think you need 3 chops. How do you get them? Like I said, the key is knowledge, boy. You do your part here in the street, talk to the right people, you'll earn your chops in no time. That doesn't sound so bad. Oh, people in Arcades love doing good deeds. Why, if they're helping you out, it must mean they're superior. Understand, boy? Not sure I do, but I'll give it a try. Thanks, Jules. A friend of Master Balthier is a friend of mine. Fran's a little skeptical. A cough cough. So, just talk to random folks? When I get enough chops, I'll be riding yada yada. Okay. Have you seen those chaps running pell-mell about the city? Newcomers are always this way, working up a sweat as they claw up their way up the ladder. You look to be in much the same situation as I was long ago. Never fear, I'll get you there as I have. Chin up, onwards and upwards, all that. Yeah. I yearn for some new jewelry, and one ring in particular, a rare blue diamond. I saw it just yesterday, yet we can ill afford such luxury, and you never know when we might need extra for an emergency. Still, my husband's enterprise has done well. I'm sure we'll soon have enough gil. Relate the tale of working up a sweat. Sure. I'm certain whatever it is you're trying to tell me is quite fascinating, but I have greater concern at present in the form of a perfect blue diamond. Okay, so I got to, I guess, connect like a materialistic woman. Connect their stories. A new employee of mine broke an instrument on his first day in the lab. I really want to give him some words of encouragement, but I'm busy. Worry not, I tell him. Such things only cost 1,000,000 gil or so. You should concern yourself, or be concerned with the bigger picture, not just such trifling details. I want him to know I'm on his side, you see. Okay, so I guess I can only do one at a time. Okay, do nothing. Made a mistake, a horrible mistake. I fear my superior is vexed, quite vexed. That instrument I dropped. Oh dear. You know what? Let's do that. Words of encouragement. Message from my superior. Oh my! I'll wager she's just about had enough of me. Let's see. Only costs 1,000,000 gil or so. You're 1,000,000. It costs that much. She doesn't want me to pay for it. Please no. You concern yourself with the bigger picture. Gak, I admit it, I'm weak at the finer points, but she doesn't mean the end of my research, does she? Not such trifling details. Trifling? What is it? Is that what I am? Trifling? I'm finished. That's what I am. I would be a fool to think otherwise. And to say such things through another. If she's to chastise me, I'd have her do it to my face. My thanks, a chop for your troubles. Nice. So Jules is gone. Alright. So pleased you could join me. Jules had a morsel for us. A light airship used by Dracula researchers is just up ahead. I was expecting him to say something. I was trying to read. We'll take that and go through the service entrance. Let's make haste, shall we? Yeah, I was totally ready for it to say, do its own voice acting. So just chilling there.
The accomplices of the Senate have been quelled, Your Honor. Our forces sustained but light casualties.
You have leave to withdraw. One detachment will remain here to guard Dracula.
My lord.
Do you think they're onto us?
It would seem not. Though this will make our task more difficult still.
Terribly sorry, but there's been an emergency. No one is allowed to enter Central at this time. Please come again. Certainly took your time getting here, didn't you? Off seeing the sights, perhaps? Not likely. Do you know how long it took to get the chops to get up here? What's that? But I just gave Jules some chops. Jules? Tis tis, a squad of judges has been sent to Dracula. You will find the service entrance rather a difficult proposition, I'm afraid. You're doing, no doubt. You knew how the Ministry of Law would move, so you had Vaughn out collecting chops until the judges could reinforce Dracula, of course. Tell me, how much did the Ministry pay for word of a prodigal son? The Ministry? Oh, judges make poor customers, my friend. Too many rules, too many laws. Perhaps you didn't know, Master Balthier, that Dracula is a toy box these days, filled with your father's conceits. All developed without the Senate's knowledge, of course. Why, even the Emperor knew the full extent of Dr. Sid's operations. Now, here's the catch. Since Vane had himself declared dictator, nary a peep has come out of that laboratory. I know people who would sell their own mum for the mere scrap of information about the goings-on inside Dracula. People like Wazarian sympathizers worried about the Empire's weapons program and anyone else who might be opposed to House Salador hegemony? I actually don't know that word. So, we created disturbance and you get your windfall of dirt on Dracula. In exchange for your service, I've spoken to a cabbie. When he asks where you want to go, tell him you know where to go. Simple. Right? No? Ah, a deal. Brokered in true Arcadius fashion. Why, it's just like old times, Jules. Bring a tear to my eye. Good to be back, eh? My regards to your Lord Father, Master Frambrand? Or rather, Master Balthier. Anon. Okay. So we're going here, right? You know where to go.
Where to?
Come, this way.
Don't know why I'm so tired today. I did exercise. It's been a while. I mean, I did the exercise yesterday, right? Yeah, I did, was that yesterday that I did shoulders
It's
and
too
arms?
quiet.
Yeah.
Passing strange.
No, it wasn't. I was
There are
supposed to do
supposed
yoga
be guards
yesterday,
here.
but I skipped
Maybe
out.
you were just lucky, huh?
But I did yoga today.
Maybe you're just optimistic.
Something may be afoot. We proceed with caution.
No time for caution. Step to it. Sid's chambers are on the top level.
Oh, yes. Also, one of those things that happened today, I haven't gotten around to watching it, but the PlayStation 5 demonstration, or whatever you want to call it, that went on today, so I have to go on and watch what it was all about. But I already know one thing, is that they talked about PlayStation backwards compatibility, PlayStation 5. So apparently it will be ready to play around about 100 PlayStation 4 games at launch, give or take. Basically, give or take, and those are about the top 100 played games for PS4. So a game like Final Fantasy 15, or probably 7 Remake, and Resident Evil 2, and God of War, and those Horizon Zero Dawn. Those games will be ready to go at launch, and be playable on PS5 as backwards compatible. So that's great, but it's not necessarily all of the games. So I believe it sounds like it's kind of like the way Xbox handles it, and I don't really know exactly how Xbox handles their backwards compatibilities, but as far as I understand, they keep adding titles over time, because not every title is available as backwards compatible right away. So every month they'll say, oh, this title is now available for backwards compatibility, and now these 3, and then here's so on and so on. So it seems like Xbox or PlayStation is going down the same road, allowing only a handful of titles, getting updated every month, to make sure it works on the hardware. Oh, this. Ah. And I believe from what I saw, which again I don't know 100% how this works, I'm just looking at what I saw on Twitter, the reason why every title isn't available, you know, as backwards compatible on PS5 is because it's running with a solid state drive. It's running a lot faster than your standard PS4 would, so not every game will work or is ready to work on PS5 just as is right out the box, putting in there, just because it needs to be optimized for the new system, the new specs and so on. And that makes sense, and it just takes time, and you have to test it all out, make sure it works the way it's supposed to, there aren't any bugs, and it has a smooth gameplay experience. The last thing you want is to pop in your PS4 game of whatever obscure game and it doesn't work and you expect it to, because like almost everybody, you're going to want to sell your PS4 if your PS5 is backwards compatible. Like, it just makes sense. So as long as all of my games work, which I looked at my entire lineup of games, most of my games are top 100 type games. Did I already come in here? Yeah, most of my games are top 100 type games, so I don't have a whole lot to worry about in that regard. Yeah, almost all of them are top 100 type games, or like recently released games that people really, you know, continuously play. So I don't have to worry about that so much, and I'm glad. I just wish it was PS1, 2, and 3 backwards compatible, which they confirmed that it will not be. So I had hoped to also sell my PS3, but that's not gonna happen. Okay, so there's nothing going on here. I must be missing something. But yeah, I had hoped to sell my PS3 and PS4 to, one, make space, and two, have it all in one, you know. I had feelings though that, because people were saying early this year that the PS5 was going to be backwards compatible with everything, and I'm like, there's no way, there's absolutely no way that they would pump the console with that much stuff. I really didn't think so. Okay, I missed this one. I assumed it was closed.
He's had visitors. One's lacking manners by the look of it.
Someone after the Nethicite?
The XII, was it? 6 years, and ever since you got back, this. What madness found you there?
Up above us! Drop bulkheads 5 and 8! Be to it!
They found us.
He's earlier visitors, more like. We should lie low for now.
No, we'll use their confusion. We need to find Sid now.